Hello, my name is John. The ability to count is essential when playing an instrument. We can count out loud or in our heads. And when we count, we are counting the pulse or beat of the music. Both words mean the same. This pulse or beat is consistent and equal in time, like a heartbeat, a ticking clock, or a metronome. It is our anchor that we play our instrument on top of. Counting the pulse or beat is like having our own personal conductor. With most popular music, the pulse or beat is counted in fours. So for this video, to keep things simple, we will assume all music is counted in fours. Counting in four means to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. over and over again for the duration of the music. This is exactly what an orchestral conductor does, but he or she does it visually with a specific pattern of arm movement. Our 1, 2, 3, 4 count is a template on which we play our notes. The 1 is called beat 1, the 2 beat 2, etc. So we have 4 beats, and these repeat throughout the music. To play over our count, an easy start is to play one note on each beat, i.e. a note on beat 1, a note on beat 2, etc. We are playing one note per beat. In most situations, we call each of these notes a crotchet, or a quarter note in the US. So while counting, we can play a crotchet on each beat. This is easy because our count and our notes exactly coincide. But music is rarely just notes on each beat. We have longer and shorter notes, or chords, and we often have rests, or silence. The trick to understanding counting in music is that no matter what we play, the 1, 2, 3, 4 count stays the same. The count is not affected by the notes we play, just like the orchestral conductor is not affected by the different notes the musicians play. Remember, the count is like a ticking clock. So the next step is to play notes that are longer or shorter than one beat. Let's try minims, or half notes in the US. These notes are 2 beats long. They occupy 2 beats of our count, so they are longer notes than crotchets. The first minim starts on beat 1, but because minims are 2 beats long, the second minim must start on beat 3. Beat 2 is still occupied by our first minim, so we can only fit 2 minims into 4 beats. Let's try semibreves, or whole notes in the US. Semibreves are 4 beats long, so we can only fit 1 semibreve into our 4 beats, and it can only start on beat 1. So we can see that different note lengths are directly related to our count. The length of note comes from the 1, 2, 3, 4 count, and not vice versa. Let's try quavers, or eighth notes in the US. These notes are half a beat long, so in every beat we can fit 2 quavers, and that gives us room for 8 quavers in our 4 beats. Some beginners find it hard to count while playing quavers because they want to count something on each note. But as we have said, each beat now has 2 notes in it. But if we find something difficult, we practice. In fact, improving one's musicianship is about searching for things you find difficult and practicing them. So we should practice counting the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, while playing, or simply clapping, 2 notes on each beat. One quaver is the same length as every other quaver, so we must make all of our quavers spaced equally in time. Hence they should sound like a ticking clock, but ticking twice as fast as our count. I'll say this again. Our quavers should sound like a ticking clock, but ticking twice as fast as our count. When we talk about what beat a note is on, we mean what beat a note starts on. If the note starts on beat 3, for instance, we say the note is on beat 3. Half of our quavers are playing between the beats, so we say half of them are on the off beats. Notes can be on the beat or off the beat. So in a count of 4, we have 4 on beats and 4 off beats. The off beats are between the beats. Even though our count is 1, 2, 3, 4 and does not change, we do have the option to say these off beats in situations where this helps us play the music. So when playing quavers, we can say and between our beats, i.e. on the off beats, if this helps us. So with the quavers, it may help to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and etc. But most important to remember is that our actual 1, 2, 3, 4 count has not changed. All we have done is insert an and between the numbers. We are vocalizing the offbeat, that's all, which often helps our timing when we are playing lots of quavers or when we have notes starting on the offbeat. If every note we play has an associated word, i.e. a number or an and, it usually helps our counting and it helps our playing. So groups of quavers are often counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and etc. If we have a mix of crotchets and quavers, it makes sense to use ands where we play the quavers. If I see 2 crotchets followed by 2 quavers and 1 more crotchet, the most helpful count is 1, 2, 3 and 4. And by saying this, I am actually playing the correct rhythm vocally. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The principle is exactly the same with tapping one's foot or nodding one's head. We tap or nod on the beat, and the foot up or head back shows the offbeat. One thing to add, the whole point of counting is that it is our time reference, and our music must follow this reference. But if this count or reference speeds up or slows down, our music must follow suit. It must speed up or slow down as well. So if I count faster, all our semi-breves, minims, crotchets and quavers become faster in proportion. So the length of a note, for instance a crotchet, totally depends on the speed of the count. A note has no length in itself. Whoever counts the count or conducts the orchestra is setting the length of every note to come. And if you are playing solo, you have to do this yourself. You have to say or think the count before you start to play. The speed of the count is called the tempo. So before you play, you think of the tempo, count 1, 2, 3, 4 at your tempo, and start playing, hopefully with the right notes.